Hi, everybody. Welcome to the Findout first book, January 2011, The One Straw Revolution by Masanobu Fukuoka. I'm very glad I got to share the book with you. I realized I was preparing for the discussion that I've actually read the book 4 times in the past 13 months. So I feel that it's a very powerful message and really challenges us to question not only our beliefs about the world, but our actions as well. Um, and I first want to say thanks to Ladule for introducing me to the book. Uh, I decided to prepare a few questions that people can reply to through video, comments on the discussion board, or just think about. Talk to your friends, call someone on the phone, whatever. I'm still working on a post that looks at what Fukuoka's life means to us. How can we apply his wisdom to our lives? But I haven't had a deadline in a while, and even when I did have them, I was always a bit late. So I'm hoping that I can get you that post either Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on whether I can fly to Philadelphia in this crazy weather. Okay, so now the questions. Okay, the first one. Coming from, as most of us do, a very science and knowledge oriented culture, what do you make of Fukuoka's take on the value of science and intellectual or discerning knowledge versus the value of non discerning knowledge? In short, what do you think of his conception that humanity knows nothing, there is no intrinsic value in anything, and every action is a futile, meaningless effort? Um, Next one. Fukuoka talks a lot about how humans create unnecessary practices or problems that then lead to more unnecessary practices or unnecessary, or I won't say unnecessary solutions, but solutions that never address the real cause. For instance, plowing or tilling the fields leads to greater trouble with weeds. So then a team or a company invents chemicals that kill those weeds. But then these chemicals eventually deplete the soil so that a new team of people must figure out a way to put nutrients back into the soil. However, none of this was actually necessary in the first place. So what I want to know is, have you noticed these types of problems in today, maybe within, you know, the whole agriculture spectrum, or perhaps in a different area? And of these problems, how can we avoid falling into the trap of simply solving the superficial problem? And how can we make sure we address the root cause? Next one. Fukuoka states, no, there is nothing special about me, but what I have glimpsed is vastly important. Do you think Fukuoka was a special or extraordinary human being? If so, what made him so? What made him remarkable? If not, why not? What piece of the book impacted you the most? Perhaps a quote, anecdote, chapter, the way he presented the logic of his ideas. I think it'd be pretty cool to see what everyone was drawn to in his part of the book. Do we have similar things that we were drawn to, or are we kind of across the board? And lastly, this is kind of a just wondering question. On page 80, he talked about an event that he was at where they're talking about mercury poisoning in tuna. And he talked about how a tuna sample from a few centuries ago contained high levels of mercury, and that maybe the tuna ingested the mercury as part of its that system and what it needed. But I've never really understood that part. So if I'm just like missing something obvious, could someone please tell me? Or if anyone knows about tuna and mercury, it'd be cool to know. If not, then I'll do some digging for it. All right, I hope you enjoyed the book, and I hope we can get the discussion going. I think any responses would be good, and I look forward to doing February's book, which will be presented by Yoi, and it is Somerset Maugham's The Razor's Edge. All right. And with this one straw revolution, we can begin a revolution.